Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Dead Ended City Skylines, where last episode, guys, we kind of repaired the majority of all the damage that the broken dam caused. Majority we've lost pieces. We put a few safety precautions in measure right now. We've also created our very own little overspill, which I found out it's a spillover? No, I think literally just before I record this episode, I was reading the comments and everyone was telling me what I created. Is it a spillover? Spillway! That's it! It's a spillway! There we go. Appreciate it, guys. To the dam. So if it does get backed up anymore, it's got a little bit of like a alleviation spillway for the water to overspill down the mountain and not cause any issues. Today I want to try and sort out the area that it did affect anyway with some more transport connections, but this time for the cargo. And also, I think we still have a few issues here and there with lost pieces we do need to sort out. So as always, guys, if you do enjoy this, I'm not quite sure what that plane's doing right now. Oh, hello, how you doing? Make sure you smash that like button down below, and if you are new around here, then make sure you do subscribe so you're notified that next episode does come out. But bam, we are back. And I've noticed when I loaded the save game up, it caused some flooding, which is not good in our books. It's really not good. So I don't know whether I need to kind of slightly raise the majority of this area because we are on the edge in terms of how level the ground is to where the water is. We did create this little passage through to the water kind of seep out, but it gets a little bit tasty here and there, guys. It does get a little bit tasty. I don't know whether to kind of create something a little bit further upstream that doesn't make this vast flowing white water go straight into the bay of lost pieces. We kind of got to figure something out there. But also, got to sort this section out right now. I threw a roundabout in last episode just to kind of keep the traffic moving and flowing. It ain't doing what I want it to do, so I'm going to change this cargo harbor right now to a one with a train. Pump a train line through, and I wonder if it's going to be possible to also connect up the train lines further down and around the area. I don't know. It could be a good idea. It would also enable lost pieces to be able to get their goods out, because at the minute they're storing their fish. No. Commercial goods all the way over here right now. Damn fool you. Someone did mention about getting the mod that allows you to store fish. I actually do have that mod, but I keep forgetting to enable it because I'm such a dum-dum. Right, okay, anyway. I think first things first then, we'll kind of create something here to stop the water fast flowing in, but I know it's going to cause some flooding. So, do I go ahead and incorporate the emergency services side of things? And I mean, is it here I get it, or is it in here? You know, you get like the dudes who come out and start fixing all the floods. Pumping service station has a fleet of vacuum trucks. I feel like we're gonna need this nearby, so it might be a good idea to kind of squeeze it in. It's quite a large building as well, so let me just kind of figure out where would be the best option to kind of put it. Look, we're flooding right now as well, which is not great. So we are going to have to kind of sort something out and raise something around these mean streets. Right, okay, let me kind of have a little bit of a glance round. I don't have anywhere good to kind of drop it down, so we're kind of going to have to create an area right now. Okay, how big was it? It's fairly large. I'm wondering if I get the brush out right now. We kind of pump this area a little bit wider and try and plant in the pumping station slightly sideways. So if I bring that to about there, is that going to be good enough for a sideways operation? Let's find out right now. So if I brought you out, we're going to anarchy it completely through. We'll kind of make it go like this. So it's straight just... Oh, it's a dirt road. Seniac. Right, that would work like that. Let me just slightly upgrade this to not a dirt road. And we do have to get it connected to the water network as well. Now that will send out trucks that will go ahead and go around and pump up any flooding it causes. Because look at it right now. We're flooding all over again, boys. We're flooding all over again, which is not great. But like I said, it's going to send out a bunch of trucks right now. What are these guys waiting for? You going to go? Go, Gadget, vacuum. Is it okay? Oh, it's pumping here, which is not great. Because that truck needs to get out. Oh, no. Okay. Right. It's pumping here. Okay, forget we got flooding over here then, guys. Forget that. I thought we solved all this, but it turns out no, we haven't. So we've got to create something that will alleviate the flow of the water. So we do have the fishing lines going down here, which we're going to have to slightly change up right now. So if I delete all this and we'll redirect it in just a moment. So they're catching that beautiful salmon. This might completely change my routes of salmon right now. So if I delete that to there, delete that to there. And then if I up the terrain. So basically, I want to create something like that. Let me increase the brush size. Something like this. That will obviously allow us to have the water go splashing across there and then go in that direction. But I've got to make it look kind of semi-natural. Meaning that if I kind of up the edges as if it was like a rock mountain edge form. And then what we'll do, we're kind of smoothing it all off. But that's kind of what I've got to do to kind of sort this out. So we do it to there, and then what we'll do is have a little bit of a smooth. Now it doesn't look great still, but we get the kind of jaggedy brush, bring the strength right down, and that will create some type of filtered effect. That just looks like I built a pyramid, doesn't it? It low-key looks like I just built a freaking pyramid. Right, okay, so brush size to about here. We'll flatten all this because I want it to stagger down. That's the thing. Hang on, let me bring that brush. Right, there we go. I do want it to stagger down, so we'll kind of take it from there and push that. We'll go from here and push there. We'll go from there and push there. And then with this again, we'll try it again. Yeah, bring that brush down. So on the staggered steps. And then a bit of the smoothing. And that's come down. But it still doesn't play ball as much. So we're going to bring it slightly in here. So we're creating like also a little bit of a loop. But also trying to keep it all as staggered as much as possible. And again, it's just a case of smoothing this puppy out. Now this is going to cause mass flooding. We completely know this. And what also is kind of thrown us off is the fact that we have... what is it? Is it oil? No. Right, it's the farming land, but I can't do it. Is it because it's going to be classed as being underwater in a minute? Right, let me have a little bit of a play then. So I've got to start that shipping route as well, because that's kind of I've completely killed it all off. So if I bend, just kind of do little bends here and there. Try and make this a longer route than it actually is. What's going on here? Why can't I delete the routes? My arch nemesis, tunnel mode. It's my arch nemesis, guys. So there. Now, I've just systematically just caused ridiculous amounts of issues right now. But that is still standing there sucking up water. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because there's flooding. But we kind of need it to be... Oh, no. Right, okay. Right, this is not good. This is not good. Senya, look, what have you done? What have you done right now? Do I just reset to sea level and then... No, I can't, because it's going to ruin all the dam. I have just broken lost pieces for the second time. I have just broken it for the second time right now. There is no ifs or buts about it. What have I done? What have I done? Right, okay, so what I'm going to do first is probably an obvious motion. Is selected all of this. Right, I'll get rid of this road. There we go. Get rid of you. get rid of these buildings that I've currently got selected. And select you there. So slightly raise this up. Slightly raise it up so it creates more of a mound. Thus also creating a slight barrier for the water flowing through, which is not going to solve my issues. It's not going to solve my issues right now. I'm really not liking this. What have I done with this? Seriously, what have I decided to do with this? What I need to do as well is, that's what I should have done, is took a little bit more off it, and that will kind of sink back in. So we got sheer cliff edge, which will drop it down, which then kind of saves my roads a little bit. The only good thing we've got going on right now is this little exit route for the water. That will kind of save us a little bit too. But this is the worst building I've ever seen in my life. It says 10 vehicles in use. I only seen one of them come out and it disappeared. What was this building? Seriously. What was this building right now? Right, we've kind of killed off our whole design for this. I don't know why, but I'm struggling to build something here. So if I bring you out in a little bit of a V. I don't know why I've chose this brush, but here we are. Right, if I go to there, and I'm going to use this, and then bring the brush size down. And we're going to come down naturally, but also start a little bit higher. I think this is what I needed. This kind of style. I should have done it gradually. Where it kind of pinpoints down a bit more. And we'll smooth it up in some areas, but we'll leave some quite jagged. There we go. And once I've got the chance, I've got to paint down the green. It's only coming to a certain area because that's classed as sand at the minute still, or underwater ground. Right, we're completely flooding again. Right, are you going to send vehicles out? There is not 10 vehicles in use. Get out of here right now. It is the right building, isn't it? Public service. Yeah, it is the right building. This is not going to plan. So what I'm going to do is we'll upgrade this road here, just back a bit more, and I'm going to place down, I'm going to anarchy it in. No, I can't even do that because the slope is too steep. Alright, we're smoothing this as well. This is just not going to plan. I'm having a right nightmare today, aren't I? I'm having a right nightmare. Something that should have been so simple has now been the most ridiculous thing I've ever done in my life. You can tell me that didn't even connect then? Right, okay, there we go. Send out vehicles. Seriously, send out vehicles. Right, also pause. These 3 warehouses, I can raise them up a bit more. That will then make the water kind of slightly revert back as well. That's sending out a bunch of vehicles right now. That will suck up a load of the additional flood. But raising that has now changed the water flow to go back out. I'm just hoping it doesn't kill off too much of what's going down. This has been useless. I don't know what that truck there is doing. We got another wave coming in right now. As it all comes down from this. Sediac's a maniac. Sediac's a maniac. Right. Select you. Slightly raise it up to funnel the water out. So guys, welcome back to another episode where I literally destroy everything in my city right now. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, please smash that like button down below. I am totally not going crazy. I totally am not going crazy right now. Alright, finally these vehicles are now coming out. Finally. They're coming from underground apparently. But they will do their job now. They should do their job. You got a couple of vehicles almost making their way down here right now, which is good to see. So I think we've kind of semi-okay-ish. We got a... Oh, look at that huge wave. That huge drop in waves. The boats are kind of stuck. Oh, that's it. Right, because I just added in more. I've got to kind of just create like that small little bed of a bay. Hopefully the boats don't get stuck on this and the water can flow in quite nice. Right, them pumping trucks are now back. We're flooding over here again, but like I said, them pumping trucks are now in. They should do their job. I mean, he's decided to just kind of park standing still, which he will be sucking up some water. They're doing something or other. I don't quite know. But, there's another boat going up the hill. Oh, okay, we didn't go back far enough. There we go. Again, we'll come back and check that out. But are those trucks doing their job right now? I know there's one just chilling, but he needs to kind of get in there. There's a couple over here right now. That's not good when your pumping truck gets pushed away by the waves. Oh, I've created some right kind of roads all up and down right now, haven't I? Right, can I select the majority of the road and align it to object height of, for example, you? There we go. There we go. Right, them trucks are now coming in right now, so everyone that gets in touch with water pumps it all up. Oh my goodness. Right, can we call it a day, guys? We've done it, yeah? Right, like it's back to normal. Yay. Right, guys? Actually, the water's coming down right now and then still turning in. It doesn't want to give up. So I might create a tiny little peak here. Like it's really going to solve anything. You know what I mean? But all the shipping lanes, fishing lanes, are all over the place, which has completely changed what type of fish they're all collecting. But it is what it is. So that hopefully has solved things. And hopefully that vast flow of water coming down, not too much goes in. It funnels that way. Right? At least this is still working as our spillway. Right, let's come away from lost pieces right now because there's a lot to kind of unpack with what's going on. I'll eventually get rid of those pumping buildings. I might actually keep them there because you just never know. But let's take a look at this place then. We do have a roundabout here, which I do plan on getting rid of. But first things first, we're going to get rid of this. We're getting rid of this, and in return, we're going to be placing down the large cargo version, which I didn't realize that we also have to reconfigure the majority of this. And place you in. Alright, so it's not going to be perfect. I reckon I should pull it about here. Because you have to also allow room for the trains to kind of navigate out. So it does mean slightly changing this whole setup right now. Which I'll do the road for it. If we're just going to quickly unhook it. It's a one-way road. I'll do the road for it. And then we'll level out all the terrain. So we'll bring the road this way. We'll do a la-di-da-di-da 5 by 5. 5 by 5. Bring it up. 5 by 5. There we go. And we do want it to connect up to here. So I'm wondering if I can use the connection tool. I'll go on the one with the trees right now to make it look a little bit nicer than like normal. I bring that by 5. I wonder if I can do a connection there. Or whether that's going to be a bit too much to handle for our connection tool. No, it can handle it. But that's the best you're getting. I'll take that. It's a bit different, but I'll take it. So what we'll do right now, very quickly, is we'll smoothen. Get the brush out right now. Oh, wrong button. Smoothen all this. Is that going drastically uphill? I don't know if that's a good idea or not. If I go for the smoothing route first, before I level it all, do I want the road to be tearing up that high? Probably not. Right, okay, so let me see what I can do with this. There to there, we average it out. Then there. Hold on, there to there to there, we average it out. Then there to there, again it gets averaged out, and then we'll smooth it off. There we go. So that should do us justice. So difference is this time then, we can obviously bring the train line from it and take it all the way up. Now I'm thinking about these guys here still have the ability to drive to it. I think that the first train stops will be further up here. So all these guys over there haven't got to drive all the way through. They can hop on the train and go down and vice versa. It's just these guys are the ones driving to us, which kind of makes a lot more sense. Now it's not going to be the be all end all. It's just to kind of take a little bit of the edge off currently what's going down. So if I place the train track up to there, and if I do a 10 by 10 bend to kind of see us through, and we'll bring it up to there. I'll bring us directly across to here, and I'll bring that out to there. So I'm kind of picking key points that we're going to connect right now. Make sure I'm on the actual train track itself. Connect right now with the connections tool. There we go. Boom. And I don't know if this one's actually going to work, because it kind of feels like a little bit far-fetched. Oh, okay. I shall be proven wrong. So it is all heavily sunken down. Now it is a train track, so we have to do the gradual incline and decline, or what you want to call it, which will sink down a lot of your tracks, but this is natural. This is as natural as I can potentially get it. So if I smoothen all this, so this is where we've really backed ourselves into a corner right now. It's like we've excavated huge parts of the mountain side to be able to build a train line to get through. It's like the old Wild West days, isn't it? Delete that back as well. Oh, wrong one. Pushing you back. And it kind of feels pretty cool, doesn't it, to watch a train just tear through that. So, power, I don't think, well, we connected over there. You were not connected down here, but we were using the car park area here. So let's just go for that then. I don't know if we've caused any issues with the terrain for the water side on over here. Alright, bulk this out a bit. I don't quite know if we have or not. I want to say no, we haven't. That still keeps it in. We've got a beautiful connection over there. And it's just up to these guys right now how they want to choose to use it. But all it was to really do is to take the edge off slightly, to not overload the road more than it is. Which might mean that I can free this up a little bit more if I potentially added in another train connection. But I'll see how we get on with that. Now, we have water in the delivery bays of some of these warehouses. I think some of the pumping trucks are now starting to retreat. I don't know whether they're going back because they're completely full or no longer are needed in service. Interesting. We have this now pumping the water down. Yeah, it does kind of turn in, but I'm hoping there's not as much as there was. But we'll see how it goes, because some of the water's coming in. Okay, we're still kind of semi-flooding. We'll go ×9 anyway. It will, you know, sound the alarm and bring out a bunch of pumping trucks like it is right now. But I've got to let this all settle, haven't I? I've done so much to this recently that I've just got to let it all settle. And let it all come together. Interesting, boys. Interesting. So I could bring the cargo rail completely across here. Connecting to over this line, I'm not sure if that's going to be the best option for us. But again, it doesn't matter because the ship can take it over to there if it needs to be. Ooh, we got some flooding happening over here right now. We're feeling the flooding all over again. But I will give it the benefit of the doubt though because of how much land we did kind of reclaim. That it is going to throw a little bit of a tantrum at us. So we're still not ready yet to kind of turn this into fertile land to make it green so it looks all normal. It's just the amount of fishing we got down here. We've got to think of a cargo route to kind of get us all the way out. I mean, there's no problem with them driving all the way down, but they're gonna choose this route over anything else. You can see this dude here, a fish truck. So it's an interesting one. We're being flooded all over again. That bridge is very droopy, isn't it? Or is it just me? Alright, if I just raise us up there and then choose the alignment from there to here. Did it work? No? I don't think it wants to work. Fine. Fine. I'll raise it up myself. There we go. Just so if the water did come through quite high, at least the people on the bridge won't get caught up too much. I don't want to say we're okay, because we're never okay in Lost Pieces. But I'm hoping we're going to be okay. Right, another train on the way out. Which, is that 100% full? Oh, 80%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You can see there's less traffic around this area now too, which is really good. So I think it kind of divides it with the farm traffic kind of goes up there. Any fishing traffic comes in would obviously drive into this area. But I've seen better systems than just this bulky roundabout here. I think we're going to change it up. I think we're kind of taking it too far, aren't we? So if we get this now, it's a national road. But if I get this connected back up again. Am I in the connection? No. So I get this connected back up again with this. And just kind of go as big as I can. La-di-da-di-da. Boom. I could create like a normal style-ish junction, couldn't I? I really could. I don't know whether that will be a little bit over the top, but I can completely avoid an island altogether. So if I ran this down here, and then ran you... Okay, we can't do it. That I always forget. 7. Is that a 7? That's a 6. Right, let me cancel that. This is a 5. And we'll go by 5. 5. And we'll go by 5. So if I upgraded... I'm borderline creating a trumpet junction here, aren't I? This is weird. This is really weird. Alright, delete your back, mate. And then if I pump this up. Okay, what mode are we on? There we go. By a 10 and then go over. Or we'll anarchy the go over bit. Okay, we have to raise that quite a lot earlier. We created a trumpet. I've accidentally started to create a little trumpet junction. Interesting. So here it's going to be a 2 by 2. 2 by 2. Only very sharply. And if I actually raise this a little bit further back. So a very, very sharp connection, but I didn't realize I was actually creating a trumpet junction until a couple of seconds ago. There we go. I delete his back a bit. It's a bit too much, isn't it? There was no need for a trumpet. Can you tell that I'm slightly annoyed that I'm creating one? We'll go with a 10. This one, we'll go over 9 for the sake of it. So flip you around, you go in. I'm actually kind of annoyed that I've created a trumpet. Anybody else would be like, oh my goodness me, I've created something really, really cool and amazing. But no, me, I'm not happy. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. So I do a 5 by 5. It's the world's worst and most awkward trumpet. But hey ho. Right, it's 9 going down, so I bring it right down to a 4. I'll sort all the stuff out in just a minute. So a 6 by a 6. One of them's got to be flipped around, which will be you. I'm not happy. But let's just put on our big boy pants right now. We've created it, we've built it, and there's not really much I can do about it right now. And let's just sort out all the alignments. I'm not happy. I'm so annoyed. But it is what it is. Okay. Sort out all of you to there. You to there. There we go. It's a bit better. Okay, we can kind of be happy with that. We'll kind of elevate this little section. There we go. And we'll just quickly sort out lane math. I mean, at this point, is lane math going to be a thing? I mean, I assume from this bit. And so they don't get caught up on one another. It's literally just to make sure they're turning in the right sections. What is going on? In what world have I just gone on to create a trumpet junction? It'll work out well for us, but it's the fact that this is just a 2-lane road. You know, if you're doing trumpets like this, you want this to be a 4-lane road, so you can have like a merge on, merge off road and all that kind of stuff, dedicated turning lane. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Did that police car just turn over to here and then turn back in? I don't know if he knows what he's doing right now. But it would have. It's calmed the traffic down a bit in this area. We'll just kind of see how long it lasts. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm kind of annoyed. I don't know if you can tell right now, but I'm kind of annoyed that I've built such an abomination. Okay, is this... Oh. Is this going back enough so I can create a boat? We'll bring that in a bit further. My next issue's here. Never ending with the issues over here. Never ending issues. What's going on with the traffic? So, shall I set it up where... I mean, we've got one... Ooh, I can have a asymmetrical road coming out of here. Which is this one. We are elevated. So, beautiful little symmetrical road right now where obviously that goes that way. That goes this way. That is your dedicated turn here. That's your turn coming in. So, we're pumping out the vehicles a bit quicker than normal. Oh, we have a storage building over here. Maybe that's what's kind of slightly throwing us off. Right, if I kept that storage building there. Okay, I'm going to move it over that side. I'm going to throw that there for a second so I can then... Right, play... Oh, damn it. it's not playing ball. There we go. Just so I could create a little road back and forth here. I don't know if this would kind of be to a benefit to anybody. But just to kind of get the traffic off that. I know they're all trying to get over to this. Which is probably why I'm going to squeeze one over there. And that's a little bit too close to comfort. So I'm going to throw you just here. And hopefully it just kind of changes this area slightly. Traffic is looking pretty good right now. It flows through fairly easy. So it was a good idea to add one in. I just wasn't expecting to build one. But because the traffic is so low in the area, we can ultimately get away with it. Now, his last piece is still flooding. There's a bit of flooding still lingering around, but it will eventually go. I'll keep these pumping stations here for now, just in case we do get like another wave of it. But I'm thinking with what we've created here, we should be all okay. I haven't seen the spillway being utilized in a while, so I think it might be a case of time to raise those waters. And then that will kind of have something more natural going on. Very good, very good. But yeah, Lost Pieces has a dramatic kind of turnaround. Are we making decent money in our fishing industry? We are making an $8,000 profit. Not bad. Not bad. So the farming has the ability to be more exportable, which is a brand new term I've just made up. I'm seeing now a lot more fishing vehicles on their way down. A lot more vehicles in general. I want to see how this bulk of vehicles coming down right now kind of handles this area. It shouldn't be an issue. Oh, I don't like how they're stopping there. They need the ability to flow straight through. And it handles it pretty well. The majority of traffic is just tearing through, and it gives them an uninterrupted route. And then these guys can turn off. I think we're okay. We're going to be okay. Let's pumping out a lot of vehicles. Moving that slightly out the way a bit too has kind of helped. We'll put like another wind turbine down. Let's give him the power. And that's kind of freed that area up a bit. I think we're pretty good over here in Rio Rancho, the farming area. This area is looking pretty good too. What's your issue? Low efficiency fishing route. For the salmon. Yeah, that's because I've literally changed it all up right now. That's this one over here, which I've kind of literally destroyed. So if I delete a big chunk of it to there. Just get it to follow the salmon a bit more. And it's in the salmon area a bit longer, but the salmon area is constantly changing. Look at it. We have to get it to run up this side. Right, it's constantly changing. Right, we'll have to... Again, the water has not fully settled yet. The fact that the fishing route's constantly changing there just shows me that the water is not fully settled. But... what an annoying episode. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed with what we've done today. That it's triggered me. I think we need to end the episode before I do something even more stupid. But hopefully that gives a little bit more coverage. Are we ready yet to make this all green? Still no. Still no. Damn it, game. Why you do this to me right now? Why you do this to me? Right, guys. Hope you did enjoy this episode. Hope you didn't get as triggered as I have today. We've done some questionable tactics. But we're starting to have a little bit more of a spill right now with the spillway. That should come down quite nicely. I wonder how consistently we're gonna get it with the upgrade in the water levels. Again, we'll see how it all goes. But guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.